And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. March 2nd, 2017, episode 2 of 725 and Larry G Unscripted. So what's good, Larry G? We're back.
We're back. Episode 2.
Episode 2. So I heard that we had one rave review about how horrible we were.
Terrible. 3
So
pages worth.
Yeah, I'm sitting there and I get this video text message, right? And I'm like, first of all, what is this? Because I can't hear it because I'm at work.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, all right, I got to go to the back room and check this out because if he's sending me this, it's got to be relevant, you know?
Very important, too.
So I'm like, all right, let me check it out. I start hearing it, and it's supposed to be a review of our first podcast. I'm like, all right, I always like some feedback, you know?
Feedback's always great.
I was getting some pretty good feedback on my end. So I start hearing this video, and I'm like, fuck, there's nothing positive about us. The only good thing was the freaking music, dude.
I guess it needs more music.
Wow, so I guess we gotta incorporate more sound. But anyways, I was more impressed about the 3 pages.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, wait, are we back in college or what? You know, like this. It was front and back, so I was like, damn, like that's a lot of writing right there.
Yeah.
You know.
So
I'm glad they listened to it though.
Yeah, because it's my best friend. She's not into wrestling at all. She hates when I talk about it. She just hates everything about it. And then I told her, I made a podcast like about what, wrestling? And I'm like, yeah. Boy. And she's like, oh God. And then she's just like, and I thought, no way she's gonna listen to it. And then she did. She was up late at night. She was like watching TV while listening at the same time. And so while she was listening, she was just like scribbling all this stuff, This is just like giving opinions about it and like what she liked, what she didn't like, and yeah. And just a bunch of bad shit mostly, but
yeah, it was mainly bad reviews.
Bad reviews. I go to work and then she just hands me this like 3 pages, and I'm like, what is this? And yeah, she tells me the deal, and it was just funny.
It was pretty hilarious, but just to clarify, I am not Larry G's father.
Nope.
No, I am not the father. Okay, and this ain't Maury either. But the point is,
Maury show.
But the point is that it was great having this, being able to see 3 pages worth of feedback, though.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome. But it's been good. I mean, the first episode has been pretty good so far. I mean, we got some pretty good feedback. They're like, some people, they're telling me like, dude, like I don't watch wrestling, but like I still enjoyed it, and that's good. I just want us to appeal to everyone, so
that's good.
Yeah.
But on my end, it was more like one text, but but it was mainly positive though. Like people thought it was pretty good.
Well, how many people got back to you about it? Are you just this one person or?
Nah, I want to say like probably like 7 or 10 of them.
Oh, that's what's up, man. So I mean, all right. So what reviews did you hear?
Well, some of them were that the quality of the sound was pretty good. Others, a lot of these people don't even watch wrestling, like you said. Like,
yeah.
They were just curious, I guess, about what we were gonna say or how we were gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I did tell them that I thought it was a little kind of long. I thought for the first episode, like I kind of felt like we went too long.
Yeah. Well, that's another my friend said it's like way too long. But the thing is, I listen to podcasts that are 3 hours, and I'm crazy and I listen to the whole 3 hours. So 1 hour seems like nothing, but I know some people
it's not their thing.
This is not their thing. Like, I don't want to be sitting for an hour listening to these people talk about something I don't know anything about.
I don't watch. I don't know anything about. But
yeah,
it was good feedback though. I mean, people thought it was entertaining. I mean, some people said they subscribed to the channel.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
I want to talk about that. So in our first week, we already have 8 subscribers, which is 8 more than I thought we would have.
I thought we would have 0.
6 likes. So that's important. What was that?
I thought we were gonna have 0 after the first one.
Yeah, no, I thought like 8 subscribers, like what the hell? Like that's awesome. Like that's cool. Like I'm down with it. So
So
now,
shout out to the people that subscribe though.
no, shout out. I know whoever you are. I don't know. I mean, this is your thing. I don't know if you get emails or did they tell you who subscribes or not. But yeah, I mean, whoever these people are, thanks, and hopefully they keep continuing to
So listen up,
listen up. I mean, this is episode 2. Let's make it good. Six
Episode 2.
likes, so it's good. See, like I type in 725 Larry G, and we're the first video that comes up. Before we couldn't do that. I think the subscriptions and the likes helped out a little bit. I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
YouTube really works, but yeah.
And by the way, we have a new design. That logo that's on there was just made on the fly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that it's beast or anything, but it's better than that one though.
Yeah.
It is better than that one. But in other news, moving on from subscribers and people raving about how much they hate the show.
Yes.
You know, it was crazy. Yesterday, me and my girl were driving to the bank, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, did we just see Cassidy Banks on the street? And if you don't know who Cassidy Banks is a porn star, right?
Adult entertainer.
Adult entertainer, whatever you want to call her. But she's walking into our complex, and we're pulling out of the driveway, so we couldn't really hit reverse anymore because we're already like on the street.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's just carry on with our day. But she's like, I think that was her though. And then I'm like, all right, whatever, let's go to the bank. And I tweet about it, you know, and I tag her, and I take a nap. Me and my girl take a nap once we get back from the bank. I check my phone. All of a sudden, there's a retweet. So I'm like, okay, it's definitely had to be her, you know? So then I'm like, I tell my girl, I was like, should I attempt to try to get an autograph by tweeting her since she retweeted? So she's obviously seen what I said, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, nah, that's too much already. I think you're probably invading her privacy. I was like, well, she already acknowledged. She already acknowledged that I saw her,
Yep.
or that we saw her, you know? So what do I have to lose? So then I tried, but it didn't work out. It was an epic fail, you know?
So no autograph.
No autograph, no picture. And check this out. My boss, my supervisor, he's one of he's probably her biggest fan. Like that's the reason I know about Cassidy Banks, you know? I tell him, and he's like, you know what? If you can get that autograph, I'll let you be late. I don't care if it's 3 hours.
Oh my god.
But it didn't happen, so I had to go back. I had to go to work 6 days in a row, and I'm pretty beat up right now.
I would have been like, I would be like, dude, get the autograph. I'll give you the day off. Like, get me an autograph. I'll give you the day off.
Oh man, I told him I'll get you one too, and he's like, don't come to work without it. But I had to disappoint him. Showed up. Never got a response. I didn't really expect one anyway. I figured, random ass person hitting you up online, like, wow. Probably thinks that I'm a stalker or some shit, you know?
You just didn't want to come off like that.
But I live here. This is my town, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in Vegas. That's a good thing. I think, like, Becky Lynch posted a picture and doing some CrossFit training in Vegas. So,
oh, shit.
People just come and go.
Are you going to be out here this month or what?
I don't think so. I wanted to, but it's a miracle's gotta have to happen. It's either I go and don't make my car payment, or make my car payment and don't go. So.
Whoa! That's a pretty tough dilemma right there.
Yep. Pretty much.
So, do you know if Kenny Omega is gonna be out here?
Not that I know of. I want to say no, because I think unless they're gonna, for some reason they want to keep it as a surprise. I don't know, but no, not a lot of New Japan people. The only New Japan is the tag team Roppongi Vice. Other than that, everyone's Ring of Honor. So
are you kind of like, you're kind of like
that's another thing too. I'm just like, there's not really a lot of New Japan guys, like, because last year Kenny Omega was there, and I forgot the card, but there's more New Japan guys there, and this year is just mostly Ring of Honor and like that one New Japan tag team, and that's it.
Wow. So it's kind of like, you're kind of like okay about missing it if you don't show up to it.
Yeah.
Unless they bust a surprise.
What was that?
Unless they bust like some sort of surprise.
Yeah, unless it's some sort of surprise. But the thing is, look, I've seen everyone already.
Yeah.
Like that one Roppongi Vice, they were there Death Before Dishonor. I saw them already. Um, Marty Squirrel's gonna be there. I saw him already. The Young Bucks saw them already. But I mean, these are I would love to see them again. But at the same time, since you've seen them already, like you're not like dying to see them. Like if I didn't go to PWG, I probably would have like, dude, I haven't seen these guys yet. Like I would like to go, but
Makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah. But
Check
it
this
was
out.
fun to see them though.
I bet. Check this out. So last night I found out that you know how there's always new figures coming out?
Yeah.
So I found out that at WrestleMania Access they're gonna be having an exclusive AJ Styles figure.
Oh wow,
He's wearing the red pants.
that should look awesome.
I think it's also gonna be for sale on WWEshop.com, but I know they're supposed to have it at Access. So if I'm out there, I'll definitely cop one,
Yeah.
and if you want one, I'll get it, and then just pay me the money.
Yeah, I'll probably like somehow give you the money before you leave.
Yeah, because I plan to go to the 818 hopefully this month.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be able to make it on the 16th, but I think it'll probably be before that or after that, but before the whole trip, you know.
Yeah, it's already coming up.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but moving on to Monday Night Raw. What did you think about it, dude?
Monday Monday Night Raw. I was trying to remember what happened.
That's old school right there too. Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
Raw is war.
So what stood out to me was Roman Reigns breaking the damn turnbuckle. That was
Oh
pretty
boy.
funny.
All right.
Thing just snapped. Um, I was laughing because there was a tag team match with Sasha, Bailey, Brooke, and Charlotte,
And you
and
had predicted that for the week prior.
I predicted that for the week prior. I mean, they did kind of swerve with Nia Jax coming out instead of Dana, but I predicted that. And I was laughing like, dude, if this was like in LA, I would have been, like a genius, like for predicting this.
Well, you got the better match though.
Yeah, I got the better match, so definitely. So yeah, that happened. That was pretty cool, and then it sets up, a Nia versus Sasha match, and
Fastlane, right?
Fastlane. I feel like we kind of need a preview Fastlane too, since it's already this Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I don't know if you want to do predictions or.
Well, basically, I want to know what you thought about Raw though, like, because I have my opinion on it, but I want
I
to
want
know
to hear
what you
your
have
opinion.
to say.
I want to hear,
You want to hear mine?
and then I'll go from there.
Honestly, I thought it was bad, dude.
What about it was bad? I mean, to be honest with
The
you,
whole
I can't.
show.
To be honest with you, I can't remember much from Raw. I was just like, what happened? I just know the
That's
tag team match, the Roman breaking the turbo. That's like the only memorable thing.
that's how bad it
Just like
was.
what happened in those
It
2
was
hours.
well, I remember Big Cass going up against what was it, Gallows,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, and then there was Samoa Joe versus Cesaro, and then your
Oh
boy
man,
Sami Zayn came out.
yeah. Let's not even talk about that guy anymore. I don't want to waste my breath on
Uh,
Part 2, Virgil
Virgil,
2.0. Even though we had a guy say that I'm completely way off with that, but yet he calls him Shawn Michaels. But
Shawn
anyways,
Michaels. Oh, like, see,
anyways,
that's when you've been like, that's like the last person I would.
you
Um,
can't even. That's just total disrespect for the Shawn Michaels name.
yeah. I mean,
It was a bad Raw though. Like I was like, why am I even watching this?
uh-huh.
Like I put it. Mondays. I look forward to getting home off of work and popping on Raw.
Yeah.
And it's kind of become what the NFL is for me because I'm a big NFL guy.
Hmm.
But I look forward to Sunday and I look forward to Monday and Thursday, you know, for the betting and for watching the games. But same thing with wrestling now. Like it's become a tradition now. Every Monday, every Tuesday, like I gotta be there.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it.
For me,
You
it's
know,
like up until Wednesday.
I'm sure you go all the way, and then you add the whole Japan stuff too.
Yep. Yeah, yesterday I was busy.
NXT.
Yesterday I watched so much wrestling before work. I had to watch 205 Live. It's all right. Like, I just do it for storyline reasons. That way, like when something goes on in Raw, like I won't feel like,
You
oh, what
understand?
happened? I understand. Yeah. Like, oh, this happened last week. But at the same time, they kind of recap it, so you don't have to watch it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of just watch it because I get to see the wrestlers I don't see every day, like Lince Dorado or
All the guys that don't get time on Raw, basically.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Or SmackDown.
Yeah, like damn, I forgot this guy is like signed a has a contract. You know, like if I didn't watch 205
Yeah.
Live, I would think all these guys are even in the backstage. You know?
I mean, it was just bad, dude. Like, then they had the whole Brian Kendrick thing. Obviously, attacking that one guy again. I still can't remember his name. What's his name? Akira what?
Akira Tozawa.
Oh, speaking of Akira Tozawa. So I'm watching Raw with my girl, right?
Yeah.
And then she says, did they just call him Akira? I'm like, yeah, that's his name. He's like, who is he? Asa Akira? The freaking porn star?
Shit. Like, oh shit,
So,
she's
like,
here.
I'm like, oh man.
She wrestled.
So she's straight dissing him, like
They
just.
dissing them because she dissed everyone, man.
Oh my gosh, but it was just a bad Raw, dude. Like, what else? Goldberg going on and on and on. And then I think Kevin Owens had a botchamania right off the bat.
Yeah.
I caught that right away. That was funny, but he made up pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It was just the only thing that I was like locked in was obviously Bailey, Sasha versus Nia and Charlotte.
Yeah.
But even then, I kind of figured it would end how it did, just because of how they've been making Nia look unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with that leg drop, she hit the Hogan leg drop on Bailey.
Although I gotta give her credit though. Besides the Hogan move,
Yeah.
I liked when she caught Sasha off the when she jumped on her,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and then she dropped her on Bailey.
that was fun.
That was pretty cool.
It's cool when there's someone that strong where you could just do shit like that.
I mean, she'll probably be able to catch me
Oh,
like nothing.
I'm a heavy person, so I'm sure she could do the same to me. I think she's that powerful.
She's pretty powerful, though. I gotta give her credit. So, what do you think's gonna happen? Do you think Sasha and Nia, like, who's gonna win? Like,
I don't know. It's very interesting. I could see Nia winning. I could see that. I could also see no contest, like a no disqualification type thing, kind of like because it is the pay per view for WrestleMania, so you got to be careful who you bury, who you put over. I mean,
yeah, that's true. You bury somebody, they're done for Mania.
yeah. So I could see that. Yeah, probably like a no contest. I could see that happening. Sasha could win, but I don't know. I as big of a fan I am, I see a no DQ happening more likely than her winning. But
I don't.
but WWE has 50-50 booking. They're known for that. So usually when someone starts losing, then they get the win back. So Sasha could get her win back. So
That's what I was thinking, because she's been getting dominated.
yeah,
And if they make her lose again, she's gonna get buried.
yeah,
So I don't think Sasha loses. I'm not saying she's gonna win, but
yeah.
if she loses, I think it'll definitely hurt her image as far as WrestleMania, because she already looks weak with her injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then every time she's put up with Nia, she she gets dumped.
Oh man.
So it's just
Yeah.
like so it's gonna be interesting
So
right here.
I would say she wins. I would favor winning over losing, but I wouldn't be surprised if nobody wins.
Think about it. Like, do you want Nia to take the loss? Like before WrestleMania?
Not if she's calling out the champ.
See, like she's so it's weird,
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to find out. But this is why I don't like reading into what they're gonna do, because I want to find out.
Yeah.
I want to see, like, am I gonna get shocked in a pissed off way, or am I gonna get shocked in a happy way? Either way, like, I just like the shock effect.
Yeah, and because of that, I mean, I've stopped reading it myself, so I feel like I'm like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and what about, Bailey and Charlotte?
Yeah.
Do you think she gets her title back?
I think Charlotte has to win.
Oh man, not again.
Yeah, I think she has to win. The queen of pay-per-views. Like, the queen of pay-per-views don't lose at a pay-per-view called Fastlane.
That would be weird.
Yeah. I mean,
But does
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think she's gonna win.
again, the only hint that makes me feel like she's not going to win is the VIP ticket for Bailey.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you brought that up, and that makes sense.
And Randy Orton VIP, AJ Styles VIP, you know, Bray Wyatt VIP. So that's the only reason that I'm like, I don't know, like it wouldn't make sense. Like you should have just made Charlotte VIP.
Yeah. Like,
Either way, she should have been VIP,
like
not Bailey.
you're saying that all champions should pretty much be VIP.
For the most
It wouldn't
part,
make
I mean,
sense. You're saying.
it wouldn't make sense to not have a champion not be VIP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, Kevin Owens is not on the list. I don't think Goldberg is on the list, but then again, Goldberg's old already, and he probably don't want to do such things anymore.
Yeah.
Even though he claims to be a superhero.
Superhero.
Or maybe he's such a superhero that he might be there for free.
Maybe. There you go. Doing it for the children.
We don't know. We don't know. You know?
Doing it for the
So
Jacobs of the world.
the Jacobs of the world. A little shout out to Jacob.
Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. He's an Alexa Bliss fan, so shout out to him.
He knows his talent. He's
Yeah,
already scouting.
Scouting.
He's already
Yeah,
scouting.
man. I'm gonna put him under my wing. So, cause I'm the type of guy that goes on YouTube and watches these like women's wrestling matches in like Austin, Texas. You know, that's just me. I scout women's wrestling. I just want to know who's up and coming, who's the future. You know,
That's insane. That's like sitting down and watching Cal State Northridge basketball on Fox Sports 155-60 something.
right. Or going on Spectrum. That's Time Warner now, I guess. For the people who live in LA, and watching these high school games. Now that's like digging even deeper.
Oh boy, that's really deep.
And-
All those All-American McDonald's
Yeah.
teenage kids.
Teenage kids like, oh man, let me see, this guy's got potential. Like, oh, watch out for this guy. He was good in friggin' high school. So it's just like, damn,
And then he turns out to be a bust.
bust.
So we both agree that Raw was weak.
Yeah,
Like we're not even gonna waste our breath with Raw.
it's just. I mean, I'm telling you, nothing like really memorable happened. Like you asked me what I thought of it. Like I'm just trying to remember. Like, well, nothing really stood out.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Enzo Amore and Big Cass, I remember you sent me that hilarious video of the girl basically looking bored as they were doing
Yes.
their intro, right?
Right.
So I was paying attention to their intro this week, and it seems like the people don't really care for it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I'm telling you, the first time I saw it, I'm like, yes, dude, I'm all in. The second time I was like, okay, it's still cool. And then like recently, it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. You know, they can do their thing.
I think it's time to move on from it though. Like I think it's I mean you can't do it forever.
Yeah, like the only way you can if it like it's a really like a hit. It becomes like a classic thing.
Yeah, but you
But
can't
this
expect
one
the
is just like, you know.
It used to be cool when the whole crowd would do it,
Yeah,
but now it just seems kind of sad.
everyone has that look of like that one girl had.
Yeah, with the face just like you know,
Yeah.
it's just not good, not good. But again, I think Raw right now is just not hasn't. You got a good episode like when you went live,
No, that was pretty good.
but before that,
The on
even
the
the
screen stuff, the behind like the off screen stuff was all great.
I mean, the one in Vegas was okay, but
Yeah, it
it
was
was
decent.
it was horrible for the first hour and a half. And then this one was just, oh my gosh. Like, what are you guys trying to do here? Like,
Yeah.
nothing or what? So let's move on to the Rio show right now.
The A show, what's it called? That's what they call it, the A show. And that was
Let's move on.
good because people
Smackdown.
have been crapping on SmackDown these past couple of weeks, and so have I. I think we have, or at least me. But I like the show on Tuesday.
I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember a lot of things of the show, so a lot of things that
Yeah,
I thought were
see,
important happened.
and yeah, it's 2 hours. It's shorter than Raw, and they actually make use of that time.
So, what did you think about the Miz coming out,
I like that
calling
segment.
out John Cena?
I mean, the only thing I didn't like is just the Miz is just like a broken record of every wrestler. Like John Cena says, everyone comes down, tells me the same crap, and that's pretty much what happened. Oh, you're a part timer, like, and I'm like AJ Styles said the same thing. Like all these wrestlers said the same thing, you know. And but other than that, it was good. Him talking, and then but John Cena, him going back at it with was even like better. He's all like, I'm gonna put your claims. What'd you say? Like he,
He said I wouldn't be standing here with you. I'd be standing here with
oh
the
yeah, that
Undertaker.
too. That's
And everybody loved that.
yeah,
That's always been a dream match, right, for
yeah.
WrestleMania.
I mean, we thought it would probably happen this year.
But I think Undertaker is hurt though. I think he's recovering from some sort of surgery.
Yeah, well, I mean, it explains why he wrestles like once a year, twice a year. But
His hip. I think it was his
yeah,
hip.
no, his hip is like a big problem.
It's fucked up already, man. I mean, he's been doing it forever.
Yeah, for a long, long time, and he's still going at. Like, I thought, I would think Undertaker would be like, dude, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I need to move on. That's what I would feel like. Like, dude, like, I'm always like outside of the ring.
Well,
I'm on crutches and shit. So, but
well, to be fair though, he's pretty much done. He just shows up whenever he feels like.
yeah, no,
You know?
that's a true part timer. Like it feels like, is he there? Is he not there? Like, I guess, like, is Undertaker still on WWE? I'm like, yeah,
I don't know.
kinda,
I don't know. I don't even know.
kinda, I guess.
You know, but I like the slap, the John Cena, the Maurice
Oh
slap to
yeah.
John Cena. Although he kind of faked it too much. He moved his head away before he got slapped. I caught it. If you watch it again, he's already like he knows it's coming. So
Yeah, he's just like, oh shit.
he moves his face, and then obviously Nikki Bella running down.
Yeah.
And that was
I
great.
knew that was
That
gonna
was
happen.
awesome.
I was just waiting for Nikki Bella to come out.
Oh, you knew. You called it 2 weeks ago.
I'm just like, yeah.
Well, actually, you called it last week when Nikki and Natalia were going at it
Yeah,
backstage.
because I mean, I'm telling you. So with the Miz taking out Cena, in the Battle Royal, like
Yeah.
that set up something, and then with Maurice attacking Nikki Bella, and then I'm like, okay, it's interesting that these couples are both feuding at the same time. So they could
Yeah,
do something like with this, and it seems like they are.
yeah, even my girl called it. She's like, after that last week's show, she's like, I have a feeling that John Cena is gonna, John Cena and Nikki Bella are gonna be going at it with Maurice and The Miz.
Yeah.
And then when she saw the episode, she's like, I knew it. So she was happy about that though. She liked it.
So are you excited about Cena and Nikki Bella versus Carmella and James Ellsworth next week?
I'm excited about how we're gonna see Ellsworth go at it with Cena. Like if that even happens, like what
Right?
is that fool gonna do? Get ragdolled or what?
Pretty
Like,
much.
what,
Hey,
how long
but
is this
this
match
guy,
gonna last?
but Ellsworth did beat AJ Styles 3 times in a row.
Oh come on, man! He beat him because Dean Ambrose was interfering every single time. Like let's be real.
That's
Like,
very.
this guy is basically a jobber that has a little bit of fame.
Yeah.
His flame is running out. I mean, what do you think about that match?
Yeah, it's just whatever. It's just for pure entertainment.
It's just what do you call those? Just to fill the slot.
Filler. I wouldn't say it's this on paper. This looks like a squash match, but it won't be. I think it won't be. It's not like Cena's gonna come in here, do his moves, and that's it. I think they're just gonna have fun with it.
It'll be Nikki versus Carmella most of the time.
Probably.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, they've worked together before. They'll continue going at it in this one just to prolong the match.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to prolong the match because they could go at it with Cena and Ellsworth. It's just like, come on, dude.
Like, is this really a joke? Like that's like me going up against Cena. Like, come on, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
It's like, this ain't gonna go past a minute or 2 minutes. It's gonna be like a Sami Zayn style where you like just survive and you good.
Hey, for sure, they're not going to start the match. It'll be Carmella versus Nikki right off the bat.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. They'll probably start the match. You know, Cena will be standing there with Ellsworth, but then this fool Ellsworth would probably run over and just tag Carmella in right away.
See, he's like, yeah, I can see that.
So
Like
run around.
he's face to face with Cena, and he's like, screw this, I'm gonna tag out.
And then that's going to lead to a drama between Ellsworth and Carmella, and that's when he probably gets dumped and we never see him
Hey,
again.
that could possibly happen because they don't know what to do with them.
They don't know what to do with that guy. What can they do with that guy?
I don't know. You gotta have like a really interesting mind to make use of him.
I think he peaked already.
Yeah.
Though. Like, whatever they did with him in the past, that's it.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, the guy was main eventing SmackDown.
Yep. I mean, he had a lot of buzz, you know.
Yeah, but he's done.
And now it's just like people are annoyed of him. At least I am. It's just like, you know.
Mickey James versus Becky Lynch. I wasn't too interested. What about you?
I actually was. I was interested in this match. It was 2 or 3 out of falls, but it's I don't know. It's not like a legit two out of 3 falls like on SmackDown. You know, it's gonna be rushed. It was rushed. But I mean, I'm just glad there was like an actual winner. I mean, sure, Alexa Bliss came out, but I'm just glad there was an actual winner, and I'm glad it was Becky. And it was a good match. I mean, it wasn't it can't be the best. You can't have a good 2, 3 out of falls matches on SmackDown. Like, you know, they're gonna have to rush it. Like, you know, there's gonna be interference, and all of the above happened. So, I mean, for what it was good. You know, just decent.
The reason I wasn't too interested was because we've seen them go at it already multiple times. And I'm like, now I gotta watch you guys pin each other 2 out of 3, and I know it's probably gonna be 3 pins because the villain is probably gonna get 1.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I mean, I watched it, but I wasn't like excited for it.
It's just I'm just a Becky Lynch fan, so she still, I find her to be entertaining. So that's the reason I enjoyed it. I thought I'd enjoy seeing Mickey James, but now I'm just like whatever.
Her music is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the classic.
Now I'm sounding like your friend. Her music.
The music's cool. Oh, there's music. I hope you're playing music in the background throughout the whole podcast. Just, you know.
I'll try next time. We'll probably freestyle the next podcast. Okay. But moving on from that, I did find something interesting after that though. When Alexa Bliss was doing her microphone thing in the backstage, right?
Or interview.
And then Natalya shows up. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah. I'm glad you're bringing this up. I want to know your opinion on this.
I was like, wait. We have a heel and we have a heel.
Yeah.
Right? And a heel is calling out a heel. Like, is this the next setup here? Like, are we going Bliss versus Natalya now? Is this the road to WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Because it's not what I expected, honestly. Definitely not what I expected. I'm thinking more like, especially when you exposed Seth Rollins on the
internet. Dude, I'm just like, was this recorded recently? Like, what the hell? Like, why is he like? We just saw him on Raw on freaking crutches, barely able to make it to the ring.
See, when you showed me that, and I was watching, you know, like the Mickey James versus Becky Lynch thing.
By the way, I also can't believe we skipped that. I thought if anything on Raw we'd bring that up, but
because that wasn't even a part of Raw. It was a part of the online shit that you.
Well, I'm talking about like the whole segment with Seth Rollins and Triple H.
You're right.
We'll
get back to it.
Well, I guess we'll just bring it up. Well, yeah,
after SmackDown, once we're done with SmackDown, we'll go back to that and talk about what you found. But the whole thing about like in reference to that video, I was thinking I wouldn't even be surprised if Naomi comes out running at WrestleMania so we can feel the glow. At this point,
it's just like anything could happen. Like all these so-called injuries right before WrestleMania, like I think, are they doing it to add more drama, or you know?
It was just dumb. But when I saw Natalya come out, I was like, okay, this is legit. Like, we might have something new in the making here. You know.
Yeah, something we both don't know about. Something you definitely don't know.
I,
Something I don't know about. Because I mean, I've
yeah.
never, even when I told you this stuff, I never told you plans for the women's title for SmackDown. So,
No.
and I don't know it either. So this is all new. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, is this gonna be 1-on-1? Is this gonna be a triple threat? Are they gonna have like a whole? I don't know. I don't know. So this is fun.
It, yeah. I mean, what do you think happens here? Do we get a one-on-one Natalia
Yeah,
versus
it'll be
Alexa?
interesting. I mean, you know how WrestleMania is. They just throw everyone in there and like go title match, 3 people, 4 people, and it's rare when it's 1-on-1. But I hope so, just for the sake of just having a 1-on-1 match finally for the title. I would like to see that. I wouldn't mind it. But
We need to have more one-on-ones at
yeah,
WrestleMania. We can't be having these 4 people going for one belt,
yeah,
one
it's
title
just too
type of
much.
thing.
Like I just want 1-on-1. Like I wish it did. I want that. I want that to happen for the Raw. I wish they'd do that for the Raw. Like just a 1-on-1, like Charlotte versus whoever.
You still think they're gonna go with that rumored match, the one that you told me months
I
ago, the
well,
Nia, Charlotte,
they're
Bailey,
all
Sasha?
think about last week or last Monday, the tag team match. All four
They
of them, and they're pitting.
It was kind of
Yeah,
foreshadowing.
they're putting 4 of them together. So
Poor Brooke. Poor Brooke.
yep, that's how it is. She's about to have a match for the first time. Like, nope, sorry, I'm choosing Nia over you.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was interesting. I mean, hopefully we do get a one-on-one at WrestleMania for the women's
Yeah, I
title.
want that.
That would be nice because you get to they get to showcase their talents. You get to focus on those 2 individuals. You don't have to be looking all over the
Yeah,
place.
exactly,
You
exactly.
know, the camera stays on them, and it just feels like an old school title
Yeah,
match. You know, I understand you're trying to get people on TV and you're trying to like have everybody have their moment and everything, but sometimes it's always nice to have the classic style. You
yeah.
know.
Who do you think would win between those two, Alexa and Natalia?
I think they would. I think out of respect, they would probably give the title to Natalia at WrestleMania.
Yeah, maybe.
Just out
Yeah,
of respect for how long she's been with the company.
true. I could see that happening because I feel like like I could. I don't think they'd give Alexa that her moment. At least not now. I mean, she has the whole future ahead of her. So
I mean, that's how they view it. I think they probably think, you know what, she's gonna be here for a couple of years. She's already gonna leave pretty soon.
yeah,
So so let's reward
I
her.
hope it's
You
not
know.
another Zack Ryder moment. Like, yeah, you won and then you lose it like on Tuesday.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised about that either.
Like, here, we'll give you your moment, but just give it back.
I don't know. I mean, then again, they do pull some shit like that.
Yeah,
You know, out of nowhere. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it is a one-on-one. Because especially with her showing up, that kind of like bumps Becky Lynch out of the picture a little bit.
yeah. Like the focus is away from her.
Yeah, because I was thinking it was probably gonna be Becky versus Alexa for the title at Mania.
Yeah,
I figured, what else are they gonna do? I was hoping for Nikki to get a shot, but that's not happening. Not
with the
not
whole
with the new
yeah
storyline.
with the whole John Cena thing and the Miz.
I mean, that would have been great. Like, give her the title and reward her for coming back from her neck
Yeah,
injury.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's the rest. Yeah,
like
that'll be nice.
yeah, at Mania, but that's not gonna happen. I'm sure she doesn't care because she's happy to be working with
Well,
John.
John, it's all
You know,
about John.
it's all about
Oh,
John.
John.
But so moving on from that, AJ Styles defeats Luke Harper.
Yep.
Were you happy with that
Yeah,
result?
I'm happy. This is gonna be interesting because as you saw SmackDown, the ending with Randy Orton,
Oh
he's
man, that
he's
was
pretty
great.
much saying, "Hey, I'm all in. I'm breaking away from you, Bray. I'm gonna face you at Mania." AJ Styles is over here saying, "Wait, like I won the match. Like, I went through all these these loopholes or whatever, these hurdles just to get to this point." And and then Shane, I was watching Talking Smack, and they're pretty much, well, yeah, we need to discuss this. We need to see what we need to do. So now, we wait and see what ends up happening. Is it gonna be a triple threat match or?
Or are they gonna make Randy Orton and AJ Styles go at it on SmackDown for the number one contender? Which I hope they don't do that.
Yeah, Oh, yeah.
Don't don't do
Yeah.
that.
I don't think
Please
they'll do
don't.
that.
And the reason that I'm thinking that they would do that is because of the rumored match between Shane and AJ Styles.
Yeah. See, and then that's the thing. And then Shane's involved now. And so, what they could do if that's gonna happen, um, Shane's just gonna somehow screw AJ,
AJ
and then
Styles
AJ, that,
and challenge him at
yeah,
WrestleMania. But I hope they don't. I hope that I know Meltzer is hardly ever wrong, but I hope he's fucking wrong this time. Like, please don't. Like, I don't want to see Shane in WrestleMania again. You already went against Taker. Like, you freaking flew off that cage thingy. Like, no.
I hate
I,
that. Like, dude, like it seems like it seems like Shane and Triple H
an
need
H.
their WrestleMania match.
Yeah, they need their drug.
Yeah,
You know, once a year they want to put it in their vein,
exactly. It seems like they have to have
and
their
and,
match.
and that's greedy.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like you don't do anything all year, but here you are trying to show off for
look
a
at look
match
at the
at
time.
WrestleMania.
Look at the time they used for that Shane match versus Triple H match. They could use that for someone else. They could put some other actual wrestlers in that slot. But no, we
It's
gotta see
just
fucking Shane like attempt to wrestle. We gotta see Triple H either put someone over or bury someone. Either
usually
he
buries them.
buries the
Usually
cool
buries them.
people and he puts over like the shitty people. Like
The
he,
the mediocre
he
people.
buried Sting and then he fucking puts over
Yeah,
Roman Reigns. Like seriously,
yeah.
some lame crap
Like,
right there, man. Shane,
I mean, how do you bury Sting? Sting.
yeah,
You bury him and then you hug
I
him,
was just like, oh god,
and then you let Roman Reigns beat you at
over a
WrestleMania,
stupid spear.
and the entire crowd is booing.
Yep,
Good job, H. Good
good
job.
job with that.
Please don't. Like, right now, like, if we didn't know the rumors from Meltzer,
Yeah.
which I'm glad you stopped reading them, or if you still do, like, I'm glad you haven't told me anything anymore.
No, I'm selective now. I definitely, you know what?
But
I definitely don't read NXT because you know how they tape and then they're like, oh, new challenger announced or new title match announced. Like I'm not gonna read that, and I never do. But for the main roster, I'm kind of like, whatever, I'll read it. But for NXT, dude, I'm just like, oh, don't tell me.
yeah, don't tell me. Like, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, because then what's the point of watching the story unfold? Is how I
Yeah.
look at it. But if it wasn't for those rumors, I wouldn't be able to connect the dots and be like, oh yeah, AJ Styles is gonna get screwed by Shane McMahon, and that's gonna lead to a Shane versus AJ Styles match at WrestleMania. You know,
At least not this soon.
but but rumor aside,
Yeah.
right? If the rumor wasn't there, right now it would be, man, I went from Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt being pissed off at it, right?
Yeah.
To now AJ Styles, Randy Orton, the new Randy Orton that we got
The
to see
new.
burning the house down.
That's a nice
right?
little horror movie right there.
Oh, that was great acting. and then Bray Wyatt, which I don't care. I'm not ever gonna say Bray Wyatt is good. Like,
No matter what
that's
happens, no
shit.
matter if he has like 3 moves or 4 moves this time.
He might have to bring like 1,000 Sister Abigails over at WrestleMania or something for me to be like, oh wow.
What
That's
happens
so
if he adds like a
impressive.
suplex to his his move arsenal?
He doesn't even have a suplex. You can't even do a suplex.
I don't know. He probably does suplexes. I'm just saying, like, just
Uh,
it's
well,
it's not Anton
his
or
wrestle
Sister Abigail, so
his brother is a better wrestler than he is.
some would argue that.
But anyways, hatred towards Bray Wyatt aside, if you were to tell me that we're gonna have a triple threat for the title
Yeah,
with these three
you'd be like,
people,
definitely.
because honestly, when Randy Orton won the Rumble, I wasn't ecstatic. I wasn't happy.
Yeah,
I was just happy that Roman Reigns didn't win.
yeah. That's why people were cheering.
You know, but when I saw him win, I was like, really?
Like I'm
You know,
sorry, Randy, you won, but people aren't cheering because you won. They're just
They're
cheering
cheering because Roman lost.
That's it.
But after watching Randy do what he did on Tuesday, that was a sick promo. Like, I'm never gonna forget that promo.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of goes with the one that we were watching with Warrior Hulk Hogan.
Classic.
Like, how are you gonna forget that?
You can't. I remember seeing it. You showed it to me. I'm just like, that was like stuck in my head for the entire trip. I was there with you.
Yep. And till this day, I haven't forgotten Hulk Hogan. I mean, Ultimate Warrior's promos were. I'm not gonna forget them. I mean, he would just say a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, and this promo with Randy Orton, I was like, am I watching the Blair Witch Project or what?
That's what I was like, dude. This is, and only on SmackDown where you see shit like that, man. Like especially because the Wyatts are on SmackDown, so you know how the vibe they give off, like little horror vibe.
Yeah.
So that's what they do.
A little dark.
And these like special effects and stuff like that, like.
It took me back. It took me back to the Attitude Era a little bit. When they used to blow shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? You and my girls like, damn, that reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s.
It sure did.
You know,
it sure did.
Blowing up Vince McMahon's limo.
Yeah, that's exactly when they came. Remember when Stone Cold lifted up the limo and then he'd freaking dropped it and then
it was nostalgic. It was
nostalgic. And then I think they blew up a bus once and all that stuff.
It was great. I mean, so please don't ruin it, Shane. Don't be selfish. Don't be greedy. Like, I just hope this guy doesn't put himself.
I think it's just a waste of a WrestleMania match for Styles.
Well, not only that, but think about what you're doing to the pay-per-view. If you can have a triple threat with Styles, Orton, and Bray, that's a match. That's a match of its own. And then that slot that was supposed to be Shane and AJ, you can give it to somebody else.
Exactly.
You don't need. You're a freaking general manager. You don't perform, and now it's the biggest pay-per-view of the year, and you want to show up. Like, come on, man. Like, don't be like The Rock showing up with a flamethrower and then hitting Bray Wyatt or whoever, Eric Rowan, with a freaking rock bottom and the people's elbow. Like, come on, man. Like, you're just taking up 20 minutes of pay-per-view time.
It was annoying because I think, was that after or probably a little after the women's match, and I was just like, I'm giving up on this pay-per-view. Like, I can't watch. Then he comes and starts doing stupid shit. I'm just like, ugh. And that pay-per-view is super long too. It's just super long, and then to add fucking these Triple H and Shane McMahon matches,
these gimmicks,
and then these extra gimmicks and stuff like that.
It's like you had your time in the sun already. Like, you had your WrestleMania moments.
Yeah, give it to someone else. Let someone else do it.
John Cena, I don't have a problem with it. He's still working.
Yeah. Yeah,
but these guys,
he's in good shape. You know, he's not like slowing down. Like, no, he's good. He's still the top.
I don't even care what shape he's in. He's not wearing a suit.
Yeah.
He's not a freaking suit trying to get on the show.
That's true.
And that's what pisses me off. It's like when you go to a job and your boss that wears a suit all the time never does anything that you do, but all of a sudden it's a big day for the company and
There's only one exception for that.
What?
Guess. Who's like a suit that people would want to see wrestle?
A suit that people would want to see?
Yeah, he works in the front or, as in the back.
It ain't Kane.
Nope, definitely not Kane.
It ain't Road Dogg Jesse James.
Nope.
Man, I don't know. Who is it?
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, that's right. That's one person that people want to see.
People would. I mean, I would want to see them.
They would die.
They would die. He's the only exception. He's the only one who could come from the back and put on his wrestling gear, and people would want to see. Not Shane, not Triple H. Like, you could stay in the back. People are fine with you. Like, oh, if you never wrestle, that's perfectly fine. But
yeah, we have a bunch of DVDs that we can watch
exactly.
where you did wrestle. Don't take up another slot. And they do this in every big event. They do it at Royal Rumble. They do it at SummerSlam. They do it at Survivor Series. Survivor Series, Shane McMahon. Oh, let me be part of the team.
Yeah, dumb.
Come on,
and then
man.
freaking
that's just
Roman killed him, and that's what he gets.
learn your lesson. You don't belong in the ring
Yeah,
anymore.
he freaking killed him, and then he had a. It was that was so weird. His elimination was like so weird.
Oh man. But moving on from that, I hope they keep the match. You hope they keep the match, triple threat. But we wouldn't be surprised if AJ gets cut out of the match and he has to go up against Shane at WrestleMania, and that would just be sad.
Yeah.
And then watch Shane win too.
So no, that'd be terrible. Like okay, now you're just really destroying your stars.
Watch Shane win, dude.
Oh god, worst WrestleMania ever.
So we covered SmackDown, pretty much the main stuff,
Yeah.
right? The key points. Now let's go back to Seth Rollins, which we were feeling bad 2 weeks ago. We're like, damn, that's messed up, dude. Like,
When it happened, we're just like, oh, I feel bad for this guy. And then last week, I'm like, dude, in his prime,
can't catch a break.
he doesn't have a WrestleMania match. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, was it 2 years ago when he won the title? That was great. You know, he won that was
But it wasn't his
right.
match.
It wasn't his match. And then, like, if people want to look back, like, all right, like I want to see Seth Rollins WrestleMania matches in his prime, and then you're pretty much gonna be like, well, there aren't any because you missed them all. You know.
Missed them all. They're all gone.
But maybe not. I guess we were wrong. We may be wrong.
Well, here it is. So Seth Rollins comes out. He's having an interview with Corey Graves,
Yeah.
right? They're asking him questions about his status for WrestleMania because everybody thinks he's injured. We thought he was injured. But then it starts getting tricky when Triple H comes out and he starts telling him, no, you're not going to be at WrestleMania. You better not show up at WrestleMania. He keeps beating the word WrestleMania into every sentence. And I'm like, all right, this is getting kind of fishy now because why are you mentioning WrestleMania every sentence that you say? You know? So then I go to bed, and what do you send me? Explain to the people what you found.
On Instagram, I follow a band called Set Your Goals. And then, like, this actually happened a few days before Raw. And
this is a
This
band,
is a
right?
band. So Set Your Goals is a band. They're
So-
playing a show in, like, Atlanta. And so Seth Rollins is there. No crutches, no wheelchair, no nothing. He's shooting silly string at the crowd, kind of like bouncing around, dancing around. And then he just, like, walks off stage. And then, okay, I see that. And then I see Raw, and homie could barely walk. And he's selling his little injury that Samoa Joe did to him. I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh, don't tell me. Like, he's going to come back.
Come on, man. So you had seen this video prior to
Yeah,
Raw?
I have.
So you were like, this is all fake.
I'm just like,
Kayfabe is dead.
Kayfabe is dead.
And explain to the people that don't understand what kayfabe is.
Kayfabe is like pretty much like a different. It's like a part of the story. Like kayfabe is, something that's not real, obviously. So there's a lot of kayfabe in wrestling. When people are the bad guys, that's pretty much kayfabe. When people, are injured, they fake an injury. When people come out, I'm sorry to break it to you, but when Sasha comes out with, crutches and shit, like that's kayfabe. Like it's not really real. Like she posts on Instagram pictures of herself like working out, like perfectly fine, but then she comes on Raw like, crutches. So kayfabe right there. So that's
here's an example.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an example of why kayfabe is dead. So back in the early 90s, you had Bret Hart being a rival to his brother Owen Hart. Back in those days, according to Bret Hart, when they would have family dinner in their own time, this is not TV time, in their private time, he said that they wouldn't even talk to each other at the table because they even wanted to sell their family the rivalry.
Yeah. See, this is why I respect Bret Hart. You say I don't respect him. Like, yeah, I may make fun of him, but Bret Hart's like he's a wrestler. He's a professional. This is, he's so good at it.
Wow. Props for Bret from Larry G.
Props. I give him props. I respect the Hitman.
About time you say something positive about the Hitman, dude.
Even though he's a cranky old grandpa now.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. That's messed up, dude.
That's so cool though.
No,
Only
but
Bret Hart would do that. He would like, you know. Well, okay, so usually there's these wrestlers. They have two lives. They have a life, like
a wrestler's
like
life?
John Cena. Like watch Total
Character
Bellas.
life.
Like he's a
Character
different. He's just all he's a dick, and then
he's an
he's
asshole.
an asshole.
He's
And
an
he comes and like yes, he's all happy and shit. That's two people. But one person who I think who's a wrestler, like his life in the ring and outside of the ring is the same. I think that's Hulk Hogan. I think Hulk Hogan's just Hulk Hogan, you know?
Well, from what I've heard, Hulk Hogan doesn't know how to disconnect himself from
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. I heard that this guy will take advantage of his image till this day. I know Ultimate Warrior called him out a lot,
Yeah.
saying that he doesn't know the difference between his real persona and his character, and
Right.
he goes out in the world as his character now.
Yeah.
He's lost touch with reality, basically.
Right.
You know, and that's basically what you're trying to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Right on the button.
You know, so I don't know, man. But like nowadays, I guess it's kind of hard to like, you know, to actually produce kayfabe with
Yeah,
social media.
it's really hard. Like I don't blame him. Like if shit like this, you pretty much got to go all out like Brett and Owen. You know, like even outside the ring, just keep it. But it's hard.
Even at family dinner. Even at
Family dinner, you know, like away from cameras and stuff like that. Like they still do it, but it's difficult. And then wrestlers don't want to do that. You know, like I just want to live my life. Like I'm friends like with these guys.
Like Charlotte. Like
Charlotte and Becky.
Best friends, and they hate each other.
But on the ring, they hate each other. But after that, it's all good.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard. I mean, people want to show, I guess.
Like for example,
there's-
a few weeks or like a month ago, like I noticed that Alexa Bliss liked the one of Becky's pictures on Instagram, and it's just like,
Oh wow.
it's just like,
Kayfabe is
like it's just so funny.
You're not supposed to like each other at all.
It's just like Alexa Bliss is like liking Becky Lynch's pictures on Instagram, and like yet they're like in the middle of a feud.
I mean, it's impossible
Yeah.
nowadays. I guess they
But
try.
these are young people. All these wrestlers are young. You know, you got the Alexa, like they grew up in social media, so it's kind of hard. Like,
They grew up in MySpace.
MySpace.
They grew up in MySpace.
yeah. So you know, it's kind of. I think the old school people could probably
Pull it
Probably
off.
pull it off. since they don't really got to rely on it too much. But you know, when you have these wrestlers like as old as we are or younger, like there's a lot of wrestlers younger than me. It's kind of difficult. You know, it's like they're literally they're teenagers for a bit, and then right off the bat, then they're in the ring and they're
NXT.
yeah. So
Kayfabe is basically if me and Larry G were wrestlers, and in the ring we hate each other, but then outside the ring, Kayfabe is dead. Is basically means that we take pictures, hanging out, having drinks, kicking it.
Exactly.
So we basically hate each other in the ring, but then we're posting shit outside of the ring that we're hanging out.
Yeah. So in the ring, I could be like, oh, I hope you die, or I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna make sure, you know, like Nia Jax, you know, like I want to make sure, or Charlotte or whatever. I'm gonna make sure you're on the shelf forever. But then you see pictures of us like working out together, like the next day, or you know,
That means Kayfabe is dead.
yeah.
We're not faking you the whole way.
For the people who don't know what that is, I'm sure at this point you should know what kayfabe is, especially if you're a wrestling fan. But for the people who, you know, don't really, you really got to be out of touch with wrestling to not know at this point. Like you just, yeah.
Or you can't be a fan.
Yeah,
of
you
it.
gotta
You
not
can't
be a fan, because I think people who watch wrestling at some point, they probably know that by now. But if you just haven't watched wrestling completely, then this is probably news to you.
Yeah, it's true. But so SmackDown recap is done. Seth Rollins, we know he's faking the injury. Congratulations. We literally have a month to go, and now we know that you're faking.
Yeah.
So good job, Seth.
Next week, him selling it's gonna be. We're just gonna laugh.
I hope they make a figure. Mattel makes a figure with him holding a crutch, and then with on the side it says
Fake.
Faker.
Faker or a shirt.
But so new battle packs coming out. I hope I can get the Charlotte versus Sasha, like the picture.
Is it gonna come with? Right? Do you think it'll come with the title bow? And if it does, is it gonna be? The only thing I don't like about the titles.
It has to.
The only thing I don't like about the titles is like look at the KO and Cena.
Kevin Owens.
Look at that title. It's just bronze or whatever. It's just like.
Yeah, the battle pack titles are weak. Just so
completely weak. That's why I'm just like, I want the defining moment Charlotte to come with the title.
Elite titles are so
elite
dope.
Titles, yeah, and elite, and Bailey's coming out with another figure too.
This is if you like collecting figures.
Yeah, for those of you, for many of you, for all of you, I know all the listeners collect figures, so.
Most of you guys probably don't. You guys probably don't go to Toys R Us and Walmart and be scoping out figures. I know people think we're weird, probably, but
that's
it's a hobby, you know. Some people like to smoke weed. We like to collect figures.
That's how it is. People spend loads of money on weed. We just spend loads of money on figures. Even though I haven't bought a figure in a good while, but that's not the point.
2017 has been a dry season for me as far as figures.
Do you want to do? Because I have the Fastlane lineup here. I don't know, like real quick. You just want to go through it?
Yeah, we can close it out like that.
All right.
We can close out with Fastlane.
All right, I'll start it off. All right, so first, this is a pre-show. You got Rich Swann, Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar. Who do you think wins?
I think Brian Kendrick wins in some sort of dirty fashion. You?
You know what? I think the good guys take it. I'm gonna go with Swann and Tozawa. I really want it.
It's a tag team match. Yeah. Oh yeah, the good guys.
Good guys take it.
I thought somebody was gonna win.
Like a 4-way? No, yeah, it's a tag team match. So Swann and Tozawa.
Never mind. Also, Akira wins.
Also, Akira.
Also, Akira wins.
Okay, and then to recap, Banks, Sasha. Who do you think? We talked about this, but
wait, Banks, Sasha, or
Banks
Nia
versus Nia Jax. I'm really botching this right now, so my bad.
Botchamania, folks.
I'm really botching it.
I don't know. I think Sasha finally gets her win. She's been losing too many times.
I hope she wins, but if she doesn't, it's got to be a no contest for me.
Either she wins.
I don't want her to lose. Yeah, I don't want her to lose, and at the same time, it would hurt Nia if she lost.
Disqualification.
Yeah,
then.
Let's just go with that.
Weapons. She's gonna use like a chair.
All right,
or something.
I think this is your favorite match right here: Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
I hope that Gallows and Anderson win. I wanted to buy one of their shirts the other day when they had the buy one get one for $1. I just didn't like the material. It wasn't 100% cotton.
Screw it.
Club? I don't like the skinny ones.
Club?
Like
we need some manly cotton. Some manly threads, man. All right, next match.
None of that fetish shit.
Another.
Who do you think wins? What the heck? What about you? Who wins that one?
Oh, the club.
All right,
good. I'm going to the club one now. Next match. Neville versus Jack Gallagher for the Cruiserweight title.
Well, I hope Neville wins. I think he should win. He's been great on the mic.
I don't think he should. I think he has to. Well, he has to win.
Good.
He should win. This is.
Does he win?
Neville's taking this. He has to. I mean, no way. I think, but they're doing a really good job at making Gallagher look good. I'm surprised. Yeah, like they're kind of like making it seem like they're all in on Gallagher. So.
I don't like.
Oh wait. Gallagher. My bad.
Whatever. Who cares about it?
All right. So moving on. Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe.
Oh my gosh! I hope Samoa Joe just crushes him again.
Like, do you think there's a chance Joe may just destroy Zayn, or what do you think?
I think Sami Zayn wins in a stupid way. like he escapes and he runs away too.
That's it.
Like Repo Man
that's
status.
it. He's not gonna get a pinfall. He's just gonna escape and run, and that's a win.
I think he wins, but in stupid fashion, just to piss off Joe.
Yeah.
Just so they can continue with the story. Because if Joe destroys him, there's no story there. The guy sucks. It means that the guy is done. He's buried.
For the
You
people
know,
who don't know crap about Zayn, get on the network, watch Sami Zayn versus Cesaro. I think it was NXT Arrival. Really good match. Um, watch that.
for people that
Zayn
don't
Nakamura.
know anything about Sami Zayn, watch Sami Zayn versus Strowman. Watch that.
Watch that. You automatically not become a fan.
You're making people fans. I'm making people hate him.
I'm not giving up on Zayn. He's a lovable loser, just like the Cubs. Well, like Cubs used to be, I guess. Not anymore.
Who wins? Who wins? Who do you think wins?
Just Joe. Joe has to win. You can't.
All right.
You can't give Zayn, even if it's a bullshit roll up. Zayn can't take this one. It's got to be Joe.
Because Joe he's barely debuted.
Yeah, he's barely debuted. Just Joe has to win.
He's a destroyer.
Destroying Zayn. So next match
Some more.
for the Raw Women's title, Bayley versus Charlotte. What say you?
I think Bayley retains, but not by win. I think it's a double count out.
Double count out. Yo, I'm gonna go with the easy pick.
The queen of pay-per-view.
The queen of pay-per-view. What is she, like 16-0 now or something? I don't know.
Let's go for 17.
17, you know? The queen of pay-per-view, she's going to take the title back. But I think Charlotte going to WrestleMania as a champ is like I think that's the best thing to do. Because I think she is the best
champ
of the bunch right now going. And I think her losing it to Bayley or... to be honest, I mean, I'll say her losing it. I'm just upset that Bayley won it already.
It's really dumb, honestly. So now they have to like figure it out, and they have to figure it out quick.
Yeah, I'm just like, because Bayley beating her, that would have been a lot special. Just Charlotte losing it would put. I think obviously Sasha or Bayley would have to win it at Mania for it to be a little special. Like, you know? That's what
I mean,
but I think it'll probably,
happens.
I don't know. That's why I wanted Bayley. Like, if she didn't win the title, I would be straight up with you. Like, Bayley's winning it. But now, it's just like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Though.
I don't know.
But, yeah, Charlotte's beating Bayley Sunday. So like they say on Raw, like, I think there are like 6 more days until Charlotte takes the title back. So
we'll see what happens. But I'll stick to my guns just because of the VIP ticket.
Just see, this is fun now. This is fun. Like, you know, there's 2 great arguments. 2 arguments you can make: the streak versus the VIP.
VIP ticket, and the price is going down, by the way.
Wait, so it's still on sale? It's not like sold out?
Well, you can get it on StubHub, but people are trying to get rid of it, I guess.
God.
But it's not that much lower than the original price.
So how much is it now?
It's only like $8 cheaper.
So what's the regular price on that?
After taxes and everything, like $130.
Oh, okay.
So
still over.
But whatever. I'm trying to get a Nikki one, but it's not gonna happen. Her shit skyrocketed. It's now $260.
Fuck.
And I had my chance to get it the day that it was on.
Yeah, I
the
remember
price.
you telling me.
When I passed up on it, it was $120.
Yeah, you passed up on it.
And the only and I should have gotten it because I always look at my picture that I took with them, and I just hate the clothes that I was wearing, dude. Like, I'm like, why did I show up with an Ultimate Warrior Macho Man shirt? Like, I don't fucking.
Do you have like a Nikki Bella shirt or anything?
No, but I was gonna wear like a 725 shirt.
Oh, that's what's up.
I like wearing black shirts. Usually when I meet people, I like to have a 725 shirt on. Because it ain't Alex that's meeting them. It's 725.
Oh shit. A different persona.
You know, so Alter Ego,
I
that's
think
my
it's
wrestling
easier
character.
to distinguish you.
Yeah, Alex and 725.
No, I mean like when you meet people, like, hey, I'm the guy with the 725 shirt. Like, oh, I remember you. I remember that shirt.
I mean, it still works. Like when I was walking through AVN,
yeah,
a lot of people were asking, so what is 725? You know, like it's just because I have a big number on my chest.
And what do you tell them?
And it's been the same question since I debuted my first T-shirt. Like because I've been making these shirts since 2007. Yeah. I like to.
Do you have a go-to answer?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's always the same one. It's the time of my birth equals the birth of my
Oh
time.
wow, you cracking my brain here.
So it has because it really is my birthday, you know. So
Wait, so
it's the time of my
you're
birth.
born on that time?
No. Well, July
Yeah.
25th, 7/25. You know. So it always goes to the time of my birth equals the birth of my
Oh,
time.
okay.
You get it, like as in my
My
time.
time.
My time is now, Cena.
Yeah. So so to be clear, you're like the next Cena. You're the new Cena.
I'm not Cena, and Cena is not me. It's like I always go to my second quote, which is in life there's winners, there's losers, and then there's
Oh
me.
shit.
So I don't like to play by the rules of the game, you know? I don't like to define myself by wins and losses. I like to define myself by how I'm doing or how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool right there.
Hey, you could be a champion, but if you have cancer, what is it?
I
Then
was,
it's not good.
right before recording this, I was watching WrestleMania Rewind, Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, and they're telling me they're pretty much saying how that championship fucked Eddie Guerrero up. They're like it's his best day, yet it was his worst day, because he kept putting pressure on himself to be the
Yeah,
best,
he
and
died.
just the whole drug things and drinking, it just really fucked him up. So like that really put pressure on him and really messed him up. So yeah, you're right. It's just not.
Well, I mean, because if you're gonna go through life defining yourself as a winner or a loser, then you're basically just trying to collect
Yeah.
accolades, you know. And it always goes back to like when you look at a lot of people like Dan Marino, like everybody knocks on him because he never won a Super
Right.
Bowl. I still consider him one of the best of all time. If you're gonna tell me who's gonna be able to make a comeback, I'll say Dan Marino.
Hmm.
You know, Tom Brady gets all the credit for being the greatest because of all the rings and
Rings, trophies,
everything.
and all that.
But who's to say that if you trade Tom Brady for Dan Marino, if we could in a hypothetical world, that Dan Marino might not be better than him on that team?
Exactly.
You know, or I don't know. For me, it's always been silly that you have to judge yourself based on your win loss at the end of the year. Like the Super Contest, I'm 0-2, but not a lot of people can say that they've been in it twice
Yeah.
already. Some people can say they've been in it more. You know, and it's a feeling that you get when you're in it that you don't get when you're not in it.
That's right.
You know, so the same thing for Sasha. She keeps losing the title, but I'm not gonna define her career by her titles or by her pay-per-view streaks. I'm gonna define her career as to how I feel when I watch her perform on screen.
Right. That's how I mean.
You know,
I get hyped up.
Ultimate Warrior had a short career in considering everybody else, but to me, he's still gonna be one of the greatest. Just because every time I pop on a Warrior DVD and they play his music, I'm like, damn, like you feel it.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know, man. That's why I always like to say that. And I've been saying that for a long time. You know, there's winners, there's losers, and then there's me. I don't like to fit in any of the categories.
You sound like
Moving
moving
on.
on.
Moving on. Who's the next match?
Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Ooh.
Oh gosh.
Ooh, two people getting
I,
pushes against each other. Who's gonna take the fall here? Who's gonna get buried? Who's gonna get pushed up to the top just to get buried by the company?
I think Roman Reigns gets buried finally.
Really?
Yep. I think that the masses have spoken, and it's time to listen because if they can't do it with this guy, they're never gonna do it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I want Strowman to win.
Nice. Do you
I
think
want
he
Strowman to
wins?
win, but I don't know something. It's just like I feel like Roman is gonna win. I want
Who can bury Roman? Who can bury Roman?
a lot of people. I mean, but the thing is, they're not willing to let that happen. So
Not Sami Zayn. He can't bury Roman.
no. I mean, the company if they're really 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 high on Zayn, yeah, but they're completely not.
Dream scenario: Nia Jax buries Roman Reigns.
I want to see that happen.
Leg drop
Leg
too.
drop, break his neck.
All right, so So you think Roman wins? I think Strowman buries.
I want Strowman to win, but I think Roman's taking it.
All right, moving on. So we really got a lot of opposite
Yeah,
predictions.
that's good. Because it makes this pay-per-view even more fun, man. Like, let's see which one of us who hits the most. Next one, KO versus Goldberg.
Oh, we already know that one. You ain't got to read Meltzer for this one either. Even though Meltzer killed it back in December.
Oh god.
But I mean, if you can't foresee who's gonna win here, then either A, you don't watch wrestling, or B, you are drinking the Kevin Owens Kool-Aid and not letting go.
You're just a huge Kevin Owens fan.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's pretty evident who's gonna win, right?
Yeah, Kevin Owens. That's right.
Goldberg wins.
Goldberg. This is the point in time where everyone listening just chants Goldberg.
Goldberg. So he wins, and he goes to WrestleMania as the champion against Brock Lesnar.
And then it gets buried.
And then, I mean, he's not even supposed to be in WWE anyway.
No, so there's been talk that he might, if he continues after WrestleMania. But it shouldn't matter.
I don't want to hear that.
That shouldn't matter. If he continues after it, he should take the loss already, because he can't keep beating Brock Lesnar. Like, say he signed like a 2-year deal, whatever. Like, you gotta lose. Like, you can't be beating Brock like every damn time.
No, you cannot.
So yeah, despite whether he stays after WrestleMania or not, I think he's gotta lose.
So that's it. I mean, well, those are all the matches, right, for the pay-per-view. So episode 2. We're going to close it out.
We try to make this one shorter, but it seems like it's gone the same or a little longer.
It's actually the same amount of time. So sorry to the people. But peace out. Episode 2 is in the books. Larry G, any words?
Goodbye and good night.